Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Eagles going up against the Cowboys.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landing.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Alexander. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On third down, it's Prescott. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And out come the Eagles. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Keith Mumphrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On play action, Prescott. A man over the middle, and it's complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So that penalty, the offense shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. Now 3rd and 16. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper play?
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now here come the Cowboys. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense.
That's caught inside the 20. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
A handoff right to Rawls. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Prescott from the gun. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 18 yards there and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Past the 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback, but in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player, so he can't get outside of you.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Prescott now on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
3rd and long for Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go now.
Back to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, and normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Norman. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. To throw is Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
This time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jalen Smith leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Prescott on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Prescott going to Rawls on the dump off. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First down, this is Rawls. And he's got some space here. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down, Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First down, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Here we go now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now a handoff looking right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to loft one deep, and that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Fresh set of downs here.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. There we go. Wide in. 4 down. 4 down.
Here's Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On second down, rolls. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 22. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Here we go now. Back 99 Philly. No. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
Keep playing hard, fellas. All game. Let's get it. Double tight.
They come out here in the eye.
39. Green 39.
Good play here. Third down and goal from the 2. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Play action now, Prescott. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. They run with a power back. Rawls. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. On the ground, Rawls. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in this. Second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So it'll be 1st down here after the run.
Right. He's down right here. He's down on the right. Down on the right. Now let's go. Hey, 4 down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Here we go now. Hey. Green, 39. Green, 39. Leopard. Bang, bang.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Yeah, I need one over here.
And they give this time to the tailback. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Here we go. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Green 39. Watch him now, Barney. Let's go.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And this one is right through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They stay on the ground. Rolls again. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Prescott to throw it. Hard throw, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
The Eagles send out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Second down following the run. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 15. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Completes it to the rookie from North Carolina, Ryan Switzer. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Counterplay, Rawls. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's complete. It's Rawls. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent.